All right, everybody. Guess what? Another episode, except today we are going to be talking about what's going on in the peninsula as far as real estate. Look, we're all hearing all kinds of myths and all kinds of information. One article says this is on fire. The other article is saying it's a bubble, it's about to burst. And then the other one's saying this is going to last forever. So we're here to dispel some myths. And thank you very much. Vanessa from Sereno Real Estate is here with us today to kind of clarify all this, add some logic, some great information so that you can make some really great decisions when it comes to real estate. Because bar none, I will tell you, I don't know of any other investment. And I call these, by the way, real estate an investment for even if you're buying your primary home, because the reality is that all that equity is your money and it grows with time. And what other investment can you live in, get tax write-offs, and also get equity? I don't know of anything else personally. So I am a huge believer in real estate, especially as a wealth building tool. So Vanessa, how you doing?
Doing well. Hi, everyone.
So a little birdie tells me that you had a bad day going to Monterey. What a
There
tough
were
gig.
three. It was tough, but we everything worked out. Got to
Yeah,
enjoy some sun, got to see some great views, see my mom, and now we're back
nice.
to Manila.
Yeah, and I heard traffic was kind of like pre-pandemic, huh?
I feel like people forgot how to drive.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're sheltering in place. You forget how to drive and a lot of other things, including logic sometimes, right?
Well, practice makes progress, Ed. So
That's
hopefully,
true. Hey, very well said. We're gonna make a t-shirt out of that one. I like that.
we're gonna normalize again.
Yes, yes, please, sooner than later. So let's talk a little bit about what I call real talk, but real estate, right? So let's talk about the peninsula. What's going on really in reality? Because look, the peninsula is an interesting place.
Hmm.
It's a lot of time associated with San Francisco because it's so close, right? But it's a different market. However, man, I remember the days when the peninsula was like the affordable place to go live if you couldn't afford San Francisco. And now, places like Burlingame are in the multi-millions, even things that houses that you wouldn't think would be above a million are going for one and a half, two and a half. But are you seeing the markets starting to slow down as far as number of offers and prices, or is that one of those bits that I'm talking about that needs to be dispelled?
That so here's some details. As a whole in California, let's go with big picture. California all over, we're seeing high prices, we're seeing competition, but that that economy is going to continue to bring sellers back to the market. Sellers were afraid because back then we were closed down, right?
Mhm.
So that led to the cutthroat market, and now San Mateo, what we're seeing is the median prices for single family homes rose 30.2% compared to last year. And that's the 13th month in a row that the median prices has been
Yeah.
higher than the year before. And, you know, cause and effect, inventory of single family was down 37.7% compared to last year. As of
Huh.
July 5th, San Mateo reported that there are 307 homes for sale in San Mateo County. The average since January 2000 is 1,287. So that's what's leading to, all the price increases, the competitive market, the overpricing and the overbidding is because we're not getting nearly as much inventory as we were, on an average.
So that's one side of
So,
the coin. The other side
and
I'm hearing is that, and what's exacerbating this is that millennials are coming of age, so to speak, and they're thinking about settling down, getting
yeah,
married, and they're all rushing to go buy houses. Is this true or is this not correct?
very true.
Mm.
We're seeing a lot of that coming into the peninsula. We're getting clients from Google, we're
Yep.
getting clients from Facebook, where now they're thinking of settling and to settle in San Mateo County, where you have to all the big biotech
Yeah. No, that makes
and
sense.
and with that you're getting access to great public schools because a lot of them are thinking ahead, right? If we have children, what school are we going to put them in?
That's true.
That's why Burlingame is such a hot spot right now.
Do you see that slowing down anytime soon?
See it slowing down soon in our market. Not Mateo County.
So not San Mateo
We're
County.
going to continue seeing people coming back to the Bay Area.
Yeah, and
We're going
that's
to see
funny
them
you say
going through
that,
both,
because I am seeing people that have left that are now regretting leaving, wanting to come back. Except, don't most of those people
yeah,
get priced out?
yes, they're going to get priced up because what they bought their homes once upon a time. And now we're in the COVID area where people are just overpricing and people don't want to let go of their inventory now. They want to
Yeah,
stay. They're
they're
like,
hoarding
oh,
inventory.
people are going to come back.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
agree. And now, do you think people are going to come back to the cities like San Francisco, or do you think that the suburbs and places like the peninsula are going to continue to swell because of people
I
just
think
moving?
I so here's my thoughts. And if we're looking at quarter 2, if we look at people are not only single family homes that they're coming back to, but condo market is coming back too. So that says that,
Hmm.
we're healing. We're healing
Yeah.
right now. You know, back in May, condo sales were down and now we're seeing an uprise again.
The,
Where
the condo market is coming back slower than the single family, correct?
it is so if we looked at May of 2021, condo sales were down, closed sales were down 11.9%. And then we go to June, I mean, it increased to
Hmm.
from in a month to 16%.
And is that across California, or were there certain areas where it more so? Okay. Okay.
So, we're
Huh.
we're seeing gradual healing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think that's why I don't think the market's going to die down, especially with some exciting news that you had shared with me about, the FHFA changes in August 1. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, as you've seen, rates have continued to go down. I mean, typically the 30-year fixed really kind of mirrors the 10-year treasury bill. For those of you who don't know, look, rates change every single day for the most part. And much like stocks, that's how they run, based on, things like the 10-year treasury and mortgage-backed securities and how they're traded on the open market. And not to get too technical, but that's the reason why rates change. And typically, a very simple rule of thumb: when there's negative news, rates go down, and when there's positive news, rates go up. And so we've been seeing a lot of negative news, especially lately, because of the Delta COVID-19
very
variant. And that's causing a lot of concern, not only here in the United States, but also around the world. And it's affecting economies. Plus, we have a supply chain problem. As you know, there's been some issues with cars because they can't make the chips fast enough, and therefore used cars have become all the rage. So all that to say that rates have been coming down lately, in which causes an uptick in a surge of demand, right? The other thing too is that Fannie Mae had imposed a 50 basis points fee prior to all mortgages. And now that is going away, making mortgages less expensive as of August 1st. It does make a difference, especially when your loan sizes are big, like they are here in California. That 50 basis points can mean thousands of dollars. So it's important that everybody knows that my slogan has always been, and here's my t-shirt: if you can, then do. Don't wait, because what happens is that the cost of waiting can become enormous. If the prices go up and rates stay the same, it's still a substantial increase in cost. But if both things happen, because let's be honest, when you have rates that are at historic lows, they really, medium to long term, have nowhere to go but up. If the prices continue to go up and rates go up, that can restrict or dampen your purchasing power quite a bit. And so that same house that you decided, nah, I'm just not going to do it because you're letting fear take over, can kick you out of the market. Now, keep in mind that lenders today, especially post 2008, there's so much new compliance and government regulations that there's no way that somebody's going to underwrite you and approve you for a loan that you're not going to be able to pay. The ability to pay is one of the markers that we in the mortgage and the lending business use when you're getting underwritten. So we use debt to income ratios, we use credit scores, right? We use loan to values, how much down payment, as opposed to in 2008 or before where people were going in with no down payments. It's just a different world. Do not mistake 2008 for today, 2021. So you have a lot of safety measures in place to make sure that you can make the payment. So if I say you can make this payment, believe me, you're going to be able to make the payment because we have all these checks and balances in place. So if the first step is please know your numbers. Don't go start looking at properties and stuff and fall in love with something that you may not even be able to afford. First, know your numbers because the numbers are unemotional and they don't lie. Get your numbers first, find out what you're really approved for, and get a real fully underwritten approval because these days it's so competitive out there that a lot of people are going non-contingent, right? No loan contingency. I mean, and you know this, Vanessa, better than anybody. So it's very important that now more than ever that you come into the game prepared to hit home runs. And by the way, that you have a really great team, whether it's us, and we'd love to help you. But if it's not us, make sure that you vet folks. You know, we have this wonderful thing called the internet. Go and vet people. Make sure that they're experienced, that they've been in the business. Make sure that they have great references. Check their work. Do the time and invest the time to really vet people because this is not buying a car or buying milk. This is the biggest purchase you'll ever make. And it will be one of the biggest investments you make too that will pay you massive dividends, especially over time. So do it right, right? The old saying is measure twice, cut once. I highly suggest that. So Vanessa, I see your phone number there. Is that the best way for people to get a hold of you?
Yes.
For more information?
That's the best
Excellent.
number.
Excellent. Excellent. So folks, get on the phone, call her. As you can see, she's really, really sweet. She's really, really nice. She's not going to bite you. She's not going to sell you anything because we're not here to sell you anything. We're here leaning forward with advice and education and to really help you make the best decisions around what's going to be the biggest purchase that you have. So if you have any questions, or even if you don't have any questions, call her anyway, because I'm sure after talking with her, you're going to have some questions. Thank you so much again, Vanessa, for your insight and for your time. Let's do this again.
We'll do. We'll do it once a month.
Yes, I love it. All righty. Well, you have a great day and take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.